just the grease and the grit on a weary chest. I've been dragging this heavy black halo round, trying to fry up some hope from the frozen ground. It's seasoned with ghosts and a pinch of salt, locked in a hunger that ain't my fault. Oh, it's an iron-skillet gospel for the unfed soul, turning the empty ashes back into coal. You can't pray away what the belly demands, but you can hold the salvation in your blistered hands. The preacher's got a tongue like a velvet string, but he don't know the song that the cast iron sings. When the oil starts dancing like a sinner's feet, and the smoke rises up where the rafters meet, I'm scraping the bottom for a remnant of grace, looking for a savior with a soot-stained face. Now the moon hangs low like a burnished pan over every broke down home and every trembling hand, and the rain taps time on the tin roof line like a slow brew hymn in a jar of shine. If I feed the fire, maybe it feeds me back, and turn the grief to gravy, turn the shame to wax. I can taste redemption in the crackle and the steam, an old iron promise in the middle of my dream. Oh, it's a nine-skillet gospel for the unfed soul, turning the empty ashes back into coal. You can't pray away what the belly demands, but you can hold the salvation in your blistered hands. Heat it up until the metal turns blue, temper the spirit and the marrow too. For the hollow-eyed wanderer lost in the rain, there's a heavyweight mercy for the hunger pain. So let it sizzle, let it sing, let it stay. Every bit a little burden can be cooked away. Oh, it's a nine-skillet gospel for the unfed soul, turning the empty ashes back into coal. You can't pray away what the belly demands, but you can hold the salvation in your blistered hand. Just let it simmer, let the iron do the talking, deep in the hollow, unfed no more. Let it simmer, yeah, let it simmer. The ledger is a shroud of ink and faded gray. Mr. Silas counts the shadows at the end of day. He's got a heart like a whetstone, cold and dry, polishing the hunger in a work of the unearned bread, but the pantry is empty and the well is a bone, and Tallulah is tired of living alone with a stone. She sat by the hearth where the embers turned blue, watching the wolf that the chimney smoke drew. He came for the copper, he came for the key, with a parchment that whispered of her poverty. He leaned in the doorway with the sneer made of tin, checking the latch where the winter crept in. He didn't see the fever in her quietest breath, or the grin of a woman who's finished with death. Tallulah's teeth in the landlord's neck, a red signature on a predatory check. No more notices pinned to the pine, just the salt and the copper and the ending of the line. Tallulah's teeth in the landlord's neck, leaving nothing but a hollow and a wreck. The moonlight is a dime that won't buy a thing, while the crickets in the garden start to hiss and sing. He reached for the collar of a raggedy gown, but the weight of the mountain came crashing on down. It wasn't a blade and it wasn't a gun, just the primal demand for the things he had won. Deep in the jugular, where the avarice flows, where the black blood of balance finally shows. And the hallway held its breath as the boards began to groan. Every nail in the plaster felt the debt run through the bone. He had counted every coin like a prayer to the code, every widow's last promise, every story sold. But the walls of the house knew the shape of the crime, knew the years in the cellar and the rotten the lime. So when Tallulah rose up with the fire in her chest, it was justice in the marrow and the night doing the rest. Tallulah's teeth in the landlord's neck, a red signature on a predatory check. No more notices pinned to the pine, just the salt and the copper and the ending of the line. Tallulah's teeth in the landlord's neck, leaving nothing but a hollow and a wreck. The law is a paper, but the hunger is a fact. You can't take the marrow and expect it to stay intact. She drank back the years he squeezed from the dirt. She feasted on the pride and the decades of hurt. Now the lease is a rag and the rent is a stain, and there's nobody left to complain of the rain. And the chimney keeps muttering low in the dark, like a warning to the greedy with a match and a spark. If you build on the backs of the bent and the weak, then the house may remember when the ruin learned to speak. Leaving nothing but a hollow and a wreck. The house is silent now, the crickets have gone to sleep, the dead is settled in the dark. Tallulah's smiling with a crimson mark. Yeah, the rent is paid in full, paid in full. And the morning finds the table bare, no ledger, no key, no master there. Just Tallulah at the window pane, letting the hard rain wash away the stain. Yeah, the rent is paid in full, paid in full. Mr. Silas counts the shadows at the end of day. He's got a heart like a whetstone, cold and dry, polishing the hunger in a working man's eye. The floorboards are sobbing under his hollow tread, collecting the ghosts of the unearned bread. But the pantry is empty and the well is a bone, and Tallulah is tired of living alone with a stone. She sat by the hearth where the embers turned blue, watching the wolf that the chimney smoke drew. He came for the copper, he came for the key, with a parchment that whispered of her poverty. He leaned in the doorway with a sneer made of tin, checking the latch where the winter crept in. He didn't see the fever in her quietest breath, or the grin of a woman who's finished with death. Tallulah's teeth in the landlord's neck, a red signature on a predatory check. No more notices pinned to the pine, just the salt and the copper and the ending of the line. Tallulah's teeth in the landlord's neck, leaving nothing but a hollow and a red. The moonlight is a dime that won't buy a thing, while the crickets in the garden start to hiss and sing. He reached for the collar of a raggedy gown, but the weight of the mountain came crashing on down. It wasn't a blade and it wasn't a gun, just the primal demand for the things he had won. Deep in the jugular, where the avarice flows, where the black blood of balance finally shows. And the hallway held its breath as the boards began to groan. Every nail in the plaster felt the debt run through the bone. He had counted every coin like a prayer to the code, every widow's last promise, every story sold. But the walls of the house knew the shape of the crime, knew the years in the cellar and the rotten lime. So when Tallulah rose up with the fire in her chest, it was justice in the marrow and the night doing the rest. Tallulah's teeth in the landlord's neck, a red signature on a predatory check. No more notices pinned to the pine, just the salt and the copper and the ending of the line. Tallulah's teeth in the landlord's neck, leaving nothing but a hollow and a red. The law is a paper, but the hunger is a fact. You can't take the marrow and expect it to stay intact. She drank back the years he squeezed from the dirt. She feasted on the pride and the decades of hurt. Now the lease is a rag and the rent is a stain, and there's nobody left to complain of the rain. And the chimney keeps muttering low in the dark, like a warning to the greedy with a match and a spark. If you build on the backs of the bent and the weak, then the house may remember when the ruin learned to speak. Tallulah's teeth in the landlord's neck, a red signature on a predatory check. No more notices pinned to the pine, just the salt and the copper and the ending of the line. Tallulah's teeth in the landlord's neck, leaving nothing but a hollow and a red. The house is silent now, the crickets have gone to sleep, the dead is settled in the dark. Tallulah smiling with a crimson mark. Yeah, the rent is paid in full, paid in full, and the morning finds the table bare. No ledger, no key, no master there, just Tallulah at the window pane, letting her heart rain wash away the stain. Yeah, the rent is paid in full, paid in full. cicadas hold their breath in the ironweed, where the circuit judge sows a different kind of seed. He ain't got no robe, just a moth-eaten coat, and a ledger bound in the skin of a mountain goat. The creek ran dry like a throat full of dust when he called my name through the hinges of rust. Moonlight hung low on a barbed wire fence, like a warning in a language I could not make sense. The shadows lengthened till they touched the floor of a forest floor that don't want me no more. Every shot I took, it counted twice, like the land itself was keeping score with ice. And the gavel cracked against the hollow pine, dividing the water from the bitter wine. One strike for the dead, two for the bone, a verdict carved in a heart of stone. The echo climbed the ridges of the dark incline, when the gavel cracked against the hollow pine. I offered him silver, I offered him sweat, but he's a merchant of a deeper kind of debt. He said the jury is the wind and the vultures in the tree, and they don't take no interest in a plea from me. So he lifted that mallet of blackened oak, in the air tasted heavy like charcoal smoke. He read my years like tracks in mud, and marked my name in a line of blood. The shadows lengthened till they touched the floor of a forest floor that don't want me no more. And the pines leaned in with a muffled sigh, like they knew the shape of my alibi. And the gavel cracked against the hollow pine, dividing the water from the bitter wine. One strike for the dead, two for the bone, a verdict carved in a heart of stone. The echo climbed the ridges of the dark incline, when the gavel cracked against the hollow pine. In the clearing there was no saint, no flame, just a stump with a scar where the lightning came. He said every man gets measured by the weight of the lies he learns to hide. Then he turned my face toward the cedar shade, where the old wrong slept and the new one stayed. I heard my mother in the river reeds, singing soft through the rust and sea. That a dead man's gotta keep. The wood didn't splinter, the wood didn't groan. It swallowed the light and it claimed its own. No witness breath, no mercy word, just the crack that the whole wide holler heard. And if I run, the echo runs too, till the bark peels back and the truth comes through. And the gavel cracked against the hollow pine, dividing the water from the bitter wine. One strike for the dead, two for the bone, a verdict carved in a heart of stone. The echo climbed the ridges of the dark incline, when the gavel cracked against the hollow pine. And the gavel cracked against the hollow pine, till the last blackbird left a crooked line. The resin is weeping, the pine is hollow, the gavel is silent, the dark is to follow. The creek will rise, the debt will stay, the morning waits, but not today. ride through the Delta scum. I met him where the gravel turns to bone, a charcoal drifter standing all alone. He didn't ask for silver, didn't ask for bread, just a place to perch near the thoughts in my head. With a feather like a razor and a heart like a stone, he claimed a sovereign seat on my collarbone. I'm hitchhiking with a one-eyed crow, past the iron gates where the lilies don't grow. He sees the hollow and I see the light, two crooked shadows in the belly of the night. One wing folded, one eye blind, leaving the mercy of the map behind. He taps on my neck with a beak of rusted tin, telling me secrets where the prayers within. Says he traded his left eye for a glimpse of the end, and the road we're on is a needle-thin bend. The pines are whispering a kerosene song about every single thing I ever did wrong. But the crow just blinks his milky white pearl, watching the ride of a lonesome world. I'm hitchhiking with a one-eyed crow, past the iron gates where the lilies don't grow. He sees the hollow and I see the light, two crooked shadows in the belly of the night. One wing folded, one eye blind, leaving the mercy of the map behind. Forgets its name. We watched the old mill drown in its own black flame. He lifted his beak to the telephone wire like a saint in soot, like a spark on fire. I asked if the road had a mercy left to spare. He gave me a look only broken things wear. Then he called it the sky, and the sky caved in, and the long dark sang through my skin and sin. The dust in our throat is the dust of the saints, polishing the sin until the memory fades. Don't look behind at the bridges on fire, just follow the twitch of his obsidian wire. We're going where the asphalt turns to smoke, beyond the heavy reach of the hanging oak. I'm hitchhiking with a one-eyed crow, past the iron gates where the lilies don't grow. He sees the hollow and I see the light, two crooked shadows in the belly of the night. One wing folded, one eye blind, leaving the mercy of the map behind. Call in the silence, click on the stone. A man and a bird, never truly alone. Just a milky eye watching the ditch, just a slow burn in the midnight pitch. Keep on walking, keep on walking, leaving the map behind. The slow footstep, a rope unwind. shook the linen shroud from my stiffened knees with the scent of nard in the cypress trees. The stone was heavy, but the light was worse. A second life is a heavy purse. I walked through the soft and the tamarisk shade, looking for the promise that the master made. But the path led down to the cedar frame, where the moisture died and the fever came. Lazarus stands at the dry well's mouth with the hollow ribs and a wind from the south. The bucket is a bell that tolls in the deep, awake in a land that is thirsty for sleep. I climbed out the grave just to beg for a drop, where the water ends and the miracles stop. I dropped the hemp and I heard it hit the sun-baked skull at the floor of the pit. No silver ripple, no mercy in sight, just the echo of gravel in the throat of the night. My tongue is a shard of unpolished glass, watching the shadows of the vultures pass. Is this the redemption, the waking from black, to find that the rivers have turned their back? And every face at the market lane looks at me like I came back in vain, like a candle lit in a shuttered room, like a seed sown deep in a bed of tombs. There was bread in the baskets and dust on the figs, and the priests spoke softly with their ashen wigs. But the wine they poured was a bitter stain, and the song on their tongues was a word for rain. So I lifted my hands to the blistered blue and asked if the heavens remembered us too. The answer came thin as a thread of smoke through the dry reed throat of the olive grove. Still I listened, still I stayed, like a door unlatched in the heat of day. The grave was a cellar, cool and gray, away from the sting of the burning day. If life is a garden of thistles and bone, I'd rather be back in the arms of the stone. For what is the use of the breath in my chest if the well is a tomb where the rain cannot rest? Yet the earth that held me will not let go, and the heart keeps beating beneath the load that I rose for a thirst I cannot name, and I carry the dust like a second flame. Lazarus stands at the dry well's mouth with a hollow ribs and a wind from the south. The bucket is a bell that tolls in the deep, awake in a land that is thirsty for sleep. I climbed out the grave just to beg for a drop, where the water ends and the miracles stop. Bring me the vinegar, bring me the gall. The well is a throat with no water at all, just the rattle of copper on a dry stone floor. Don't wake me up no more, don't wake me up no more. Don't call my name through the heat and the dust. Don't ask my bones to remember the trust. Let the rope hang still, let the shadows stay. I have seen the dawn and I know the way back to the silence, back to the deep, where the thirsty are finally allowed to sleep. Don't wake me up no more, don't wake me up no more. crooked judge sows a different kind of seed. He ain't got no road, just a moth-eaten coat and a ledger-bound skin of a mountain goat. The creek ran dry like a throat full of dust when he called my name through the hinges of rust. Moonlight hung low on the barbed wire fence like a warning in a language I could not make sense. The shadows lengthened till they touched the floor of a forest floor that don't want me no more. Every shy guy took, it counted twice, like the land itself was keeping score with ice. And the gavel cracked against the hollow pine, dividing the water from the bitter wine. One strike for the dead, two for the bone, a verdict carved in a heart of stone. The echo climbed the ridges of the dark incline when the gavel cracked against the hollow pine. I offered him silver, I offered him sweat, but he's a merchant of a deeper kind of debt. He said the jury is the wind and the vultures in the tree, and they don't take no interest in a plea from me. So he lifted that mallet of blackened oak, and the air tasted heavy like charcoal smoke. He read my ears like tracks in mud and marked my name in a line of blood. The shadows lengthened till they touched the floor of a forest floor that don't want me no more. And the pines leaned in with a muffled sigh like they knew the shape of my alibi. And the gavel cracked against the hollow pine, dividing the water from the bitter wine. One strike for the dead, two for the bone, a verdict carved in a heart of stone. The echo climbed the ridges of the dark incline when the gavel cracked against the hollow pine. In the clearing there was no saint, no flame, just a stump with a scar where the lightning came. He said every man gets measured by the weight of the lies he learns to hide. Then he turned my face toward the cedar shade where the old wrong slept and the new one stayed. I heard my mother in the river reeds, singing soft through the rust and sea. The box is empty, but the sound is deep, a promise that a dead man's gotta keep. The wood didn't splinter, the wood didn't groan. It swallowed the light and it claimed its own. No witness breath, no mercy word, just the crack that the whole wide holler heard. And if I run, the echo runs too, till the bark peels back and the truth comes through. And the gavel cracked against the hollow pine, dividing the water from the bitter wine. One strike for the dead, two for the bone, a verdict carved in a heart of stone. The echo climbed the ridges of the dark incline when the gavel cracked against the hollow pine. And the gavel cracked against the hollow pine till the last blackbird left the crooked line. The resin is weeping, the pine is hollow, cedar and a heart like unpaved street. I'm carving out the hollows where the ghosts used to reside, stripping back the bitter bark to see what's left inside. My knife is a relic, a toothless old hound. It bites, but it don't swallow, just drags the lead around. I'm shaving off the moments where I look the other way, turning charcoal nights into shades of dusty gray. Whittling down my sins with a dull blade, choices that I've made. It takes a long time to smooth a jagged soul when the iron's cold and the devil's got control. There's a knot in the grain for every promise I tore, a dark, stubborn bird like a shadow on the floor. I'm pushing on the steel till my thumb begins to bleed, planting metal shavings like a bitter kind of seed. The wood keeps on resisting like a memory won't die. Splinters in my conscience, dust in my eye. Every pass a confession, every curl a prayer, trying to make a clean line out of all this jagged air. If the edge was sharp, it'd be over too fast. I need to feel the friction if I want the piece to last. I'm scraping at the timber, I'm digging for the core. God knows I ain't the man I was the day before. With a dull blade, sitting in the ruin of the choices that I made. It takes a long time to smooth a jagged soul when the iron's cold and the devil's got control. Just a pile of shavings and my muddy boots, digging out the rock down to the ancient roots, whittling slow, real slow, with a dull blade. The cedars groaning under a heavy noon sun. White ants are chewing on the things I should have done. A lace of sawdust on the floorboards thin. where the welcome mat ended and the rock crawled in. I'm sitting in the shadow of a hollowed out beam, listening to the mandibles eating every dream. It's the last letter left in a termite-eaten porch, a paper heart caught in a slow-burning torch. Every word is a window that the hunger looked through. Now there's more of the void than there is of you. Yeah, the house is a skeleton, the roof is a sieve, leaving nothing but the ghosts that the insects let live. The ink's gone copper like a rusted out nail, a message meant for heaven but delivered by a snail. There's a hole in the eye and a gap in the love, while the rafters are shaking from the vultures above. They're turning your forever into a pile of gray sand, slipping like a memory through a dead man's hand. Swallow the grain, swallow the pine, eat through the rhythm and the crookedest line. The foundation is coughing, the pillars are bent, just a mouthful of dust where the promises went. And the nails in the porch rail are working loose like words in a mouth that's too tired to use. The more that it hollers, the louder it sings. A house full of absences, rafters and things. It's the last letter left in a termite-eaten porch, a paper heart caught in a slow-burning torch. Every word is a window that the hunger looked through. Now there's more of the void than there is of you. Yeah, the house is a skeleton, the roof is a sieve, leaving nothing but the ghosts that the insects let live. I traced your name in the dust by the door, but the boards gave way to the room below the floor. The hinge made a whimper, the screen let in night, and the moon came pouring through that pale wood white light. If love was a shelter, it's splintering now in the hum of the crawl space and the leaning bow. Still I keep this silence like a candle in a jar, flickering, cracked, and only so far. It's the last letter left in the termite-eaten porch, a paper heart caught in a slow-burning torch. Every word is a window that the hunger looked through. Now there's more of the void than there is of you. Yeah, the house is a skeleton, the roof is a sieve, leaving nothing but the ghosts that the insects let live. Hear 'em clicking in the dark. One more bite of the soul, one more bite of the spark, just a hollowed out song. Won't be long now, no, it won't be long. Yeah. The sky is a sheet of unhammered copper. The sun is a coin that won't buy a drop of rain. The stalks are bleached ribs in a cathedral of dust, and the creek is a jagged scar, a memory of pain. The sallow is a hollow lawn, screaming at the moon, while the locusts tune their fiddles for a funeral song. I'm putting on my tattered shoes of salt and sorrow. I'm kicking up the ashes where the clover used to be. There ain't no bread for today, there's no ghost of a tomorrow. So I'm dancing on the grave of a failed harvest, setting all this bitter hunger free. The preacher's throat is dry as a mid-August bone. He sold his gold leaf Bible for a gallon of kerosene. The scarecrow is leaning like a drunkard in the wind, watching the blackbirds feast on what might have been. I don't ask for mercy, and I don't pray for the dew. I'm finding my rhythm where the blind pulled through. Oh, I'm putting on my tattered shoes of salt and sorrow. I'm kicking up the ashes where the clover used to be. There ain't no bread for today, there's no ghost of a tomorrow. So I'm dancing on the grave of a failed harvest, setting all this bitter hunger free. Down by the fence line, the old roots lie exposed, like hands from the grave that can't let go. We held on through the hail, through the heat, through the smoke, till the last green hope gave way to a slow, sweet choke. Now the barn door's grown like a song left out in the rain, but I hear a hard-earned heartbeat under all this pain. Let the dry earth crack like a broken mirror, let the rock be the perfume of the damned. When the belly is empty, the spirit is clearer to see the dark geometry of this God-forsaken land. The plow is a fossil, the scythe is just rust. We're building our kingdom on a mountain of dust. I'm putting on my tattered shoes of salt and sorrow, salt and sorrow. I'm kicking up the ashes where the clover used to be. There ain't no bread for today, there's no ghost of a tomorrow. So I'm dancing on the grave of a failed harvest, setting all this bitter hunger free. I'm putting on my tattered shoes of salt and sorrow, salt and sorrow. I'm kicking up the ashes where the clover used to be. There ain't no bread for today, there's no ghost of a tomorrow. So I'm dancing on the grave of a failed harvest, setting all this bitter hunger free. Yeah, I'm dancing on the grave of a failed harvest, and the dust belongs to me. Stomp the grip harvest is dead. Long live the dust. Long live the dust. The earth is a drum, and I'm just getting started. The wind milks shadows from the delta dust. He kept a silver cup in his Sunday coat, a bitter little secret for a parching throat. It wasn't for the sewing or the mending of the pride, but to keep the heavy gears of the ghost engine slide. He held it like a diamond, he held it like a sin, waiting for the combustion to finally begin. He watched the mules stumble where the tractors died, with a reservoir of patience and a hollow inside. No needle for the denim, no thread for the tear, just a vintage vapor in the humid air. He said a man is a piston that the Lord forgot to oil, trapped between the heavens and the belly of the soil. So he dipped that silver finger in a jar of ancient brine, seeking out the rhythm in a crooked design. Grandpa's timber full of gasoline, the only drop of mercy in a rusted machine. A tiny silver chalice for a fossilized sun, to remember all the labor that will never be done. Just a thimble full of gasoline to keep the spirit pungent and the memory clean. Now the barn is a ribcage and the roof is a sky, and the well of his wisdom is finally run dry. I found that little vessel on a shelf made of pine, still smelling like the lightning and the turpentine. It's a strange communion for a man of the grain, to want a little poison just to dampen the pain. But the spark needs a harbor when the cold sets in, and the steel starts a chattering under the skin. On Sundays he polished it with a rag and a sigh, while the church bells were calling and the crows flew by. He never said miracle, he never said bless, just every old engine needs a little excess. And the kitchen clock ticked like a sparrow in a cage, as the whole house leaned toward that weathered stage, where the dark comes a-creeping with its long black shoe, and even honest daylight has to make it through. Grandpa's thimble full of gasoline, the only drop of mercy in a rusted machine. A tiny silver chalice for a fossilized sun, to remember all the labor that will never be done. Just a thimble full of gasoline to keep the spirit pungent and the memory clean. It ain't for the tractor, it ain't for the light, it's a wick for the courage in the middle of the night. 1 part iron and 2 parts grace, a thumb-sized temple in a desolate place. Now I carry that story like a lantern at dusk, past the cottonwood fences and the fields full of dust. If the road goes quiet and the engine runs low, I hear his old laughter in the undertow. For the world can turn to a wrench and a bruise, and the heart needs a spark when it's bent out of use. So I hold to that glimmer, that stubborn little shine, like a match in a bottle and a reason to climb. Grandpa's thimble full of gasoline, the only drop of mercy in a rusted machine. A tiny silver chalice for a fossilized sun, to remember all the labor that will never be done. Just a thimble full of gasoline broken track, like something old that won't come crawling back. The moon hangs low on a bent-in sky, and the crows keep count as the tumbleweeds go by. The iron wheels are weeping orange tears across the spine of rotten ancient fears, where the creek bed turned to a bed of chalk and the shadows learn the way to talk. I'm dragging a shadow that's twice my weight through a valley locked behind a soulful gate. Every inch is a splinter of a hollow ghost. The wind is a merchant, the dust is the host. I found a locket in the belly of a drought with a name inside I can't spit out. The sky is a bruise that refuses to heal, while I'm grinding my teeth on the oxidized steel. It's 7 miles of rust and rattlesnake skin, where the world runs out and the void begins. A kingdom of scales and a graveyard of gears, counting the harvest of the salt-parched years. 7 miles of rust and rattlesnake skin. The diamondback pattern is a map to the well, where the water tastes like a story to tell. I shed my mercy like a winter coat, with a dry land shiver in my copper-lined throat. The sun is a coin that nobody can spend, floating at the place where the horizons end. I passed the church with its bell nailed steel, and a cemetery bent to the wheel of the heel. Names washed clean by the acid rain, but the bones underneath still know my pain. The roots are twisted hands underground, pulling at the ankles of a long way down. It's 7 miles of rust and rattlesnake skin, where the world runs out and the void begins. A kingdom of scales and a graveyard of gears, counting the harvest of the salt-parched years. 7 miles of rust and rattlesnake skin. Mercury pulse in a calcified vein, waiting for a cloud that forgot how to rain. The rattle is a rhythm, the oxidation's a song for a man who stayed where he didn't belong. And every step I take leaves